Now let's talk about offset entities tool. Basically, we'll offset 2D sketches. So I've got this simple shape with 20 unit dimension for this line. And this one is not a constrained drawing. As you can see, it's blue in color. Now I'll go to this offset entities. And when you select it, you'll get several of these options. The first one here is distance, which is 10 mm. Now with respect to this 20 unit dimension, this 10 unit is, well, far too great. So I'll just change it to something much more reasonable, like maybe 2 unit. And I'll press tab key. All right. So with the offset distance set, we are now ready to make our first offset. So let's first analyze the options that we have. So first option is add dimension. It is checked. So basically this will add the dimension. Then we have reverse and select chain. Well, let's keep everything unchecked except for add dimension and select chain. I'll show you what these options are in a moment. So with these options checked, click on maybe this line and you'll have this. So it will create a complete offset like this, and basically this is creating the same kind of geometry just outside at a gap of 2 unit, whatever you've specified. All right, now we added this add dimension. So if I click OK, this will add a dimension which you can then again modify. So double click and maybe make it 3, and this will modify the entire offset gap, not only here but everywhere. So that was the dimension. Now let's press Ctrl Z a couple of times so that we are back to the original geometry. Press escape and once again select offset entities. All right, so I'll keep the 2 unit distance here. You know what add dimension is. Now let's see what the reverse option is. I'll check the reverse and again I'll click on this line, and now we'll get this offset right inside this. So that's the reverse option. Uncheck and you'll have the offset outside. Then we have the select chain option. Now if you select this option, select chain, then SolidWorks will just select all the sketches which are connected with your selection. So I select this line and all the lines, arcs, curves, everything which is connected with this one is selected as if they are making a chain. So there we have it. Uncheck this and then you'll have offset of only that line. I'll keep this select chain checked. Now if you want to make offset on both the sides, check this bidirectional and now you have offset outside as well as inside. Also, in this case you can convert one of the entities into construction geometry. So maybe I'll just uncheck bidirectional. I want offset, let's say, only outside, and then we have the construction geometry option. If I select base geometry, this will convert my main geometry into construction once we have the offset. So if I click on OK now, this will convert main geometry into construction and offset into a normal geometry. If however you uncheck this and check this one, it will convert offset geometry into construction geometry. You can also keep both of these checked if you want to convert both the geometries into construction. I'll keep them unchecked. And with these options, maybe with bidirectional also checked, I'll click OK and we have this 3 offsets. All right, let's press Ctrl Z and now I'll make some changes to this. So basically I'll delete this line. So I'll select this line and press delete key. Now we have a completely open curve. Okay, let's go to offset entities and maybe select this line. You can even select this, whatever you want, because, well, with change selection, every single curve will be selected which are connected from end to end. So maybe I'll just select this one. All right. Now something strange happened here. Well, let me first show you the default option. So I'll uncheck this cap ends option. And now this is how the normal offset will look like. So in this case, right now we are making bidirectional offset. So offset will be made inside as well as outside. Let's make just one offset. So I'll uncheck bidirectional so that we only have one offset line. And now click on this cap ends. Now this cap ends will only activate for open sketches like this. So I deleted this line only to activate the cap ends option. Now this cap end option has 2 sub options, line and arc. Currently line is selected and hence offset line is making this kind of a straight line to make a completely closed curve with the main geometry. If however I select arc, it will make this kind of semicircular arc where radius of arc will be exactly equal to half of the offset gap. So offset gap will be equal to the diameter of this arc. So you can keep it like this, arc, or maybe even line. I'll keep it like arc, so I'll click OK, and there we have it, a completely closed loop made out of offset tool. And that's how you can create offsets with sketches.